Let's talk top 7 comments of the week. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and once again, it's Friday. New segment continues. Top comments of the week. We've had a lot of comments this week, so I had to go through every single one.
Thank you for doing that. It's much appreciated. We are going to comment on your comments, talk about the best ones, and hopefully it leads to some discussion about the Minnesota Vikings, who are in the playoffs this Sunday against the New York Giants.
Go,
boom.
Go.
Cannot wait
Hit
for
that sub button. Let's get to 8,500 subs. Let's do this now. We're so close. But there's, as always, there was a theme to the comments. So even though I may not have picked your comment, a lot of them were on the same page. A lot of them just a lot of negativity. We're going to be one and done. Don't get excited. I'm not getting excited. Blah, blah, blah. A lot of issues with old Ed Donatel, which is warranted on the defensive side of the ball. And Dalvin Cook, too. A lot of people just kind of saying, you know what? It's Alexander Madison time.
I was surprised how many jumped off the Dalvin train in that Bears game, and a game that didn't even matter. But yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. Let's just get into it. We'll talk about them. So first up is old LS Gregor. All teams start anew in the playoffs. It doesn't matter what you did in the regular season. It's all in the past. They have just as good of a chance to win as anybody. And we had a lot of these too.
No, and that's totally true by LS Gregor. But then, I mean, do you also throw away the fact then if you're going to go out and say that this team knows how to win football games? Like they won 13 games this year, and 11 of those were gritty last-second comebacks or finding ways to stop the opponent at the end. So while that is true, everybody's record resets to 0. I still think your trends, the way you played is going to carry through as you continue on with the season.
I don't know. I mean, when you get into the playoffs, some guys who've never been here before, it's a whole different game. Trends, I throw them out the window. They hit the shitter. They're out of here.
We'll see. We'll find out.
All right. Next up, Giuseppe. Shelley has been awesome. Sign this guy long term. A lot of Shelley love as well. Everybody wants him forever.
I'll let you start on this one.
It's gonna be interesting to see where this lands. I mean, he's definitely had a very nice run. Love Duke Shelley. Want this man back. Do I want him back as a starter? Probably not. But I think he adds a great depth piece, a guy that can go out there in a pinch, a guy that will see the field every week. But his size, it's going to be a matter of time before they just constantly pick on him. But Duke Shelley, I want him back at a very cheap price.
Absolutely resign this guy. Great depth piece. He gets thrust into action. He performs. He shows up. He makes plays. But yeah, it's his height that you just can't rely on, because if you're the number 1 corner, number 2 corner, you're going to be paired up with guys who are like 6'3", 6'4", big-ass receivers. And, no matter how gritty and tough, and he won't back down anybody, sometimes the height advantage is just too much.
Absolutely. Let's go to Jeff Whitney. This is the Cook one. Need to start Madison over Cook. Cook is cooked. Unlike Cook, Madison doesn't fumble. Cook gets stopped for no gain or even losses, blah, blah, blah. But this was a common one.
I don't think you need to start Madison over Cook, but we do need to see more Alexander Madison. He's proven that. The dude was running crazy hard last week against the Bears. He does have a nose for the goal line. He does do well in short yardage situations. I don't want him to start over Cook, but I do want to see more Alexander Madison in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, and lose the Cook is cooked. I mean, it's Dalvin Cook. He was still 6th in the league in rushing yards. I mean, he had an 81-yard touchdown run. He had some huge-ass plays this year. And I'm not looking to next year. My big thing is I don't think they bring him back next year, especially at that price tag. But he's one of the best running backs in the league.
And you can argue 2 wins were because of him. The Bills one, he had the big run that got us back in that thing when everything looked bleak there. I think this was sometime in the third quarter in that one. And then the run against the Colts got the Vikings in position to tie the game. So really 2 wins you can pretty much put on number 4.
The big thing with Cook is, and he makes a good point, is that, he does get stuffed. He loses yards. The big difference this year is those 20-plus yarders weren't there. I mean, I think last year he had like 9 or something like that. I mean, they just weren't there. I think he only had 4, where usually you see more bigger bursts from Cook. I think it's just been a more consistent.
What are you doing with your hand?
Just like Just like going like this. I'm like, I'm really getting into this conversation.
I thought you're going the other way with it. No, like this.
No, I got it. I fully got it. All right, let's go to ED, more like erectile defense.
That's good. That should be a shirt. We should call our friend over at
you don't have friends.
What the hell's Jeff Shirts companies again?
Jeez. All right, let's go. Yeah, and this was, like I said, Ed Donatil comes out with these big comments. You know, he's talking it up like we're going to see something different. Nobody's buying it. Nobody was buying it in the comments at all.
No, I like that's a good. It's a witty comment for ED, and it's true. And hopefully this defense turns it around. Hopefully, like Ellis Gregor said earlier, they forget how bad they were and they start playing with some fire, with some passion, with some aggression, and really up to their talent level.
Yeah, but there has been teams that have won the Super Bowl that have had complete dog shit defenses. Somebody had a good comment about the Colts when they won it, that they just had to outscore everybody. And we got offense. We can do it. But ED is good.
Yeah, and the 2008 Arizona Cardinals got to the Super Bowl, and their defense was horse shit, too.
Giants is short for giant pile of shit. Vikings by double digits.
I think giant. Oh, okay, just short. Yeah, I got it. That might be my favorite comment of the week right there.
Yeah, it's good. And only reason I put it there is because it was very, very genius. And you know what? Unfortunately, they're not a pile of shit. I would say they're just a pile. I won't say shit. Pile of something.
It's not even an acronym that works.
It's not an acronym. He's saying GPS. Giants is short.
I know, but usually when you say that, then it's like, you know. Like,
don't overthink it. Just embrace it and enjoy it.
I love it. Made it better. It made it better.
All right, you read this one.
I honestly think, this is from at God of Sniping. I honestly think there's a chance both sides dialed back creativity once they knew they had likely won the division. Offensive creativity and defensive creativity went a bit downhill. I think all the tricks will come out of the bag, and Giants won't have any film to stop it.
Wow. Yeah, I mean that's the only way. That's the only thing we can smoke at this point. We need to drink that in, that they got some tricks up their sleeves. But I think that goes both ways.
Well, I want to see the defensive tricks. We've seen the offensive tricks. We've seen the jet sweep to the fullback. We've seen some wide receiver passes called. We've seen some kind of some crazy shit there. Didn't we do like a double reverse pass at one point? I think we've seen a lot of tricks from the offense. I want to see what tricks Ed Donatil has in the old wrinkly sack of his.
Yeah, we can hope, we can dream. We can hope that's just something crazy that they've just been holding onto. But we'll see. Proof is in the pudding, as they say.
It will be. It will.
Pudding, butterscotch pudding, worst pudding ever created.
Yeah, it's not great.
I'd rather eat Lupagus pudding. All right, last one.
I can make you a batch.
More of a fun little fact. Vikings are undefeated this year when they miss an extra point. So maybe Greg Joseph comes out. We score a touchdown for a score. He misses an extra point. Remember, don't get your panties in a bunch. We're undefeated.
You think he's doing this on purpose?
Absolutely. And the Vikings know it. That's why he's still here.
That's great to know. I mean, if he misses one early, I will not be upset. I'll be like, thank you, Greg. We're winning this game.
You'll be upset. There you have it. Those are the comments of the week for the big playoff week. Can't wait to do this again next week when we're talking about our next opponent in the playoffs and how bad we dominated the Giants. So remember, hit those comments hot and heavy. Hit that sub button.
Remember, Giants is short for a giant pile of shit. And remember this, SpongeBob is the only Nickelodeon 1990s show that has not yet ended.